Is Sunday, April 19th, and we just got back from stocking up, posted a couple of shorts from driving around, getting over to Kittery, Maine, and before the markets open, this is what the numbers look like as of 5:53 p.m. on Sunday the 19th. Let's go over to some information that I want to share with you guys, especially with things going on in the Middle East. Check this out from Redacted. If you hear anything online about the straits being opened and ships are moving around, listen to this.
The Strait of Hormuz was open, they told us. But of course, nothing could have been further from the truth. It was a lie. The strait was never opened. That was a flat out lie. And now we're seeing that lie all fall apart here on this Sunday morning. In fact, the Strait of Hormuz is so closed that Iran is sending radio messages to ships that are trying to make it through. Don't listen to some idiot on social media, they're telling people. Listen.
The Strait of Hormuz is still closed. We will open it by the order of our leader, Imam Khamenei, not by the tweets of some idiot.
And over here from an essay that was published this weekend, The Coming Food Crisis, predicted in Financial Times essay. In a major weekend essay written by the Financial Times British newspaper on the 17th, warns that the current Middle East conflict will cause a world food crisis. Hunger and even famine are foreseeable consequences of the war on Iran. And where I highlighted here says the author details how sulfur, urea, and ammonia from the Middle East are key components of farm inputs in China, India, Brazil, Morocco, Indonesia, Australia, and the United States and other countries. So everything we've talked about already leading up to this right now, the shortages, how the farmers are in their window of getting their land ready, getting their equipment ready, and should be already working the land and getting it fertilized and seeded. They're not only are they behind, some of them aren't even planting right now because they don't have the supplies needed. So whatever is on the shelves right now is only going to cost more in the coming months. And then come harvest time, that's when it's going to be real interesting. So not only supplies coming in are going to be short or even available if you get them, they're going to be astronomically more expensive. Plastics, we've talked about this a month and a half ago out of China. Warehouses are shut down or running like skeleton shifts, short change, short staff. Some people are being laid off, not even getting paid, and that's in China. And think about things that not only are not being made right now and produced, but they're not on ships. And if they are on ships, they're not getting through. And if they are getting through, it's going to be so much more financially higher, astronomical. So whatever you need, stock up now. A little bit here, a little bit there. Just have a little extra. It's like we talked about many times over food. Have a little extra medication. God knows what's being imported into our countries that's not being manufactured here. Buy a little extra. Supplements, over-the-counter meds, medications. Talk to your doctor and see what you can do for the 90-day prescriptions. Here's some information from someone I started listening to not too long ago, talking about how U.S. seizing Iranian-flagged vessel.
The United States has seized an Iranian-flagged vessel. Donald Trump says that the U.S. Navy has actually blown a hole through its engine room. This is as the past 48 hours or so, the Iran war has been escalating with tit-for-tat, different types of escalations. The United States refuses to allow anything out of Iranian ports. And this is all as there is confusion if J.D. Vance is even going to show up in Pakistan. There are some reports saying that he has been pulled. There are some reports saying that he's still going. And to top this entire crazy weekend off, Donald Trump is proposing that he gives himself the Medal of Honor.
And as the markets are going to open up in about 3 minutes, again, here's what the current numbers are. We did stop by a coin shop during our travels, and if you're fortunate to live in the New Hampshire area or live near there, definitely worth a drive to save on some taxes. And again, check out the different variety. Different coin shops have different inventory coming in all the time, every day. We have a couple favorites that we like going there, and we made some trades, got some extra silver, drove around, hopped over the bridge to Kittery, went to the Kittery Trading Post, and that place is fantastic.
Up, a look at your local radar. But first, the current local conditions.
If you're able to stop over to the Kittery Trading Post, they've been there since, 1938? Do you remember what the sign said? Yeah, since the 30s.
Yeah.
Started like a little trading post, and it just grew from there. So they have upstairs ammo area. They have a camping section that's vast. They got tents, air matches, camping supplies, cooking. We stocked up on some different types of food. We got Peak 2 refuel. We got Ready Wise. And what else did we get? Alpine Air. So again, a little bit here, a little there. Even if you have your own freeze dryer, keep that thing running. We got over to Hookset to Roby's store. We got some meats. We got some chicken. I made some chicken nuggets today, homemade. There's different recipes online. You can make your own. When it comes to meal prep and everything, support farmers markets. If yours is open now, get ready, go now. Visit them, support them. Ours aren't open yet because it's still chilly. But grow your own food, work the garden, support local, support your local farmers. Healthy, locally sourced. Again, it's great for the economy, it's great for your food, it's great for your wallet. You're giving them all support and economic strength for your local community. So the local, let's see here. I'm looking at keeping an eye on the Kitco market. This is going to be refreshing pretty soon. It's 5:59 p.m. I'll be curious to see which way the metals are going to go when the market opens up in the futures in a few seconds. It's refreshing every few seconds, so I don't have to do anything. But again, just going back to this essay over here from the Financial Times. Do what you can to get ready. There's so many videos that are out there, including my channel. A lot of shorts, a lot of good information. There's options depending on where you live, what your situation's like. If you live in a condo or an apartment, you can grow food in little buckets, move them outside, move them back in. If you have your own land, start small. Start with an herb garden. Start with something that you know is going to be, I don't know, start easy, like lettuce, like leafy stuff, maybe tomatoes. Green beans do really well. Learn what works, what doesn't work, your soil type, everything. Fertilizers, build your own compost pile. It's really easy. I've made a few videos about that as well. It's taking your wood ash from your fireplace, as long as you're putting anything chemicals in there, you can put it in there. Build it up, put your food scraps. All right, I just clicked back on Kitco. Market futures are open. I'll be curious, especially with the Strait of Hormuz and everything. You know, Friday, everything's open, everything's fine. Over the weekend, like you heard, with the radio signals going out to all the ships, it's not open. And you can see all these ships going through, up, and then they're told to turn around. So you can follow these things live online. Follow the little red and green dots. All right, nothing's moved yet. I'm just going to see. I'm going to wait for one refresh. See which direction this is going to go. That's not bad. It's only a couple minutes off. Yeah, 6:02 p.m. Market futures is open. Oh, okay, we're in the red now. All right, I had a feeling. All right, so gold was a high of 47.76. It's 47.66. All right, that's down $65. Silver's down $1.67. Platinum's down, palladium's down. Again, this is futures. God knows what can happen Monday morning when things open up here. But again, this is the refresh. This is what's going on now currently. If you guys follow it, that's one thing. But just something to think about and get ready. Have a plan. Put back things. Know what you need to do to take care of yourself and your family or your situation. You know yourself better than anyone else. Provision accordingly. Stay positive at the same time. That's why goals and projects are really good. It's going to give you something to look forward to. We've done a lot around here. We burned a lot of pallets, a lot of wood, clear some space, fertilizing, feeding. We got peach trees. It has some bloom. We have to keep that covered. We got some cold temperatures tonight and tomorrow. Tonight's going to be close to freezing. Tomorrow's going to be below. So we're already in talks of, do we put the propane little fireplace underneath it? Do we put a blanket over it? So we're going to keep an eye on our peach trees and see what happens. Protect your blossoms, work the garden. Mylar bags, all the good stuff. Buy a little extra when you're out and about. Peanut butter, canned meat, think tuna, chicken, water. Rotate that, the basics. If you have your own business, stock up, where you can, because again, everything's being impacted by oil, plastics, food, fertilizer, how it's being moved over, and how much you're going to cost. So again, a little extra here and there. Have a healthy rotation of fill in the blank that you need. And if you have any ideas, please put them down below. Help out one another. What it is that you're doing, how you're getting ready. Tips and tricks when it comes to just being well provisioned. Yeah. So you guys be safe and well. If you have any ideas, again, put them down below. Help out one another. And just keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great. Be safe and well.